Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Wingo World. I am your host, Del Wingo, coming to you from an Africa hot Las Vegas. And I wanted to give you a cautionary tale of the goings-ons of seafood processing. And it's not a gripe session. I'm not here to bitch and moan. I'm just giving you a cautionary tale because it's something I've said before. What did I say before? No boats, no fish. No fish, no work, right? So, how does that apply to me? Well, let me tell you. The 27th of June, I flew out to Naknek to work what was supposed to be 40 days for, give or take, for salmon season. So, just like before, when I went to Silver Bay, I didn't work for the first 5 days and started to get a little worried. Some people were already there. Some people were there for 2 weeks already. Some people got there on the 14th or sometime after that. And they had already started working. I sat around for 5 days before I got work. The fourth day, somebody came up to me and said, hey, just go down there, get dressed, and tell the team lead you're ready to work. He said he got 60 hours doing that. Those other cats who went to the production manager and said, hey, can I work? And the guy either remembered them or put them on or what have you. I check the list every day. You got to go out and look at the board, see if your name's on the list and what department and what shift. I did that. And it didn't take, and it took maybe 5 days before I actually got work. Now, that seems to be the norm sometimes. But then I met cats who were there 2 days and they got work right away. So I don't know. That was only my second season of doing it. So we'll see. But, once I started working, I only worked like maybe 60 hours the whole time I was there. Now, granted, I had 2 other shifts I was supposed to work, 13 and a half hours. So I missed out on 27 hours because of my eye. I had an eye jammy. You can still see it's a little messed up. But, so I missed 2 days. So that would still only put me at 87 hours in 18 days. 87 hours in 18 days is horrible. I only worked 60 hours in 18 days. I made $1,600 and was it a waste of time? Work-wise, money-wise, yeah. But I met some cool people. I got to see another part of Alaska I didn't see. And I completed a contract, so to speak, with the company. So that's always good. I did see a couple of y'all viewers, which was cool. Victor and Harper and a couple of guys from Vegas. My homeboy, who I call the Crazy Asian, who always hips me to the next job on YouTube. And he helped me out a lot on even getting that job. Big up to him. And so, yeah, I met a lot of cats. And a couple of y'all were from my viewers. That was always cool. So, what they said was, the reason why they sent a lot of people home, because they said there weren't a lot of fish because the year before was a record fishing season. Like they caught like 1 billion pounds or some kind of astronomical amount of fish last salmon season. So they may either overfish the fishery or the water itself was too cold for the salmon to run as they normally do. So those were the reasons they were giving out. So I don't know what the real reason was. The fact of the matter is, it was less than a month. I only made $1,600 and not a good experience. But I only had one roommate and the kitchen was open 4 times a day. So I don't know. Am I going to go back next year? Yeah, it remains to be seen. But I wanted to bring y'all up to speed on not just the message, no boats, no fish, no work, but there, you know, you got to think what's next? What are you going to do next? So, today I interviewed the Crazy Asian. I forgot his name. I hate calling him that, but he's cool as hell. He hit me to Westward the other day. So he said, hey, Westward's hiring. I checked. They had posted the job back in June and then reposted this past July 27th. That means they're still looking for people. People are leaving or they're expecting a ramp up. So I applied on Sunday, yesterday. And then I got an interview today, less than 24 hours later. So yeah, they're hiring. And if I can find the link, I'll post the job link from Indeed underneath here, or you can just go straight to Westward Seafoods and apply there. But yeah, they are hiring. They said if you pass everything, they'll fly you out as soon as a week, because they need people to work on black cod this week or next week, and roll right into pollock season, pollock bee season, which starts in mid-September all the way to November. So the recruiter said you have to pay your way back. First of all, you got to pay your way to Seattle. Remember, most companies fly you to Seattle, but not this one. Now you got to pay your way to Seattle, and then they'll fly you to Dutch Harbor, and that's where the job is, in Dutch Harbor. So, well, who's calling me at this time? Fly your way to Seattle, and then they'll fly you to Dutch Harbor. Some companies are still requiring you to fly to their headquarters, or at least to the city, and then they'll pick up the ticket from there. She also said if you do less than 1,500 hours work, or less than a season, whichever one comes first, you have to fly your way back. Now, flying your way back from Dutch Harbor, I don't know about that. That sounds a little expensive, because you're not on some, commercial jet. You're on like one of those island hoppers just to get to Anchorage, right? So that would be the tip on that. 1,500 hours, they'll fly you home. You finish the season, they'll fly you home. Any other thing than that, you got to fly your way back. All right, so keep that in mind if you apply for the job at Westward. They're looking at 3 or 4 different sites. One's a floating processor. The other 2 are shore plants. But they seem to be responding right away. And so keep that in mind. I'll put the link underneath the video so you can get down with that if that's what you're interested in. If you want to get to work right away, or kind of set up your next month or so, keep that in mind. But remember, no boats, no fish. No fish, no work. Unless what? You work in the dock, which is the beach crew, or you work in sanitation, which is cleanup. Also, what I got hip to at Naknek, this company, the company that I worked for in Naknek, had a significantly larger kitchen crew. So if you see kitchen crew pop up on Indeed.com, jump on that, because they work all the time. People got to eat, and they work all the time. They were actually complaining that they were working too many hours. And the kitchen crew in Kodiak was just one person. One person a day, one person a night. This kitchen crew had like 6 to 10 people per shift. So if you got any kitchen skills and you don't want to process, let them know you're looking for some kitchen work. All right? So good luck for the rest of the summer, and in the fall, I know Westward's hiring, and I don't know who else. I think there's a couple of places in Cordova. So get back out there if you want to go make some money. And remember, it's Dutch Harbor. It's pretty remote. 1,500 hours or a full season. Then they'll fly you back. All right? This is Dale at Wingo, where I'll talk to you later. Peace.